Season's greetings, David.
Hello, Graham. How are you?
Hey, good. I got a joke for you.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great.
Why didn't the turkey want dessert?
Why?
Because he was stuffed.
Yeah, that'll do. But how much will it do? It will do a 5.75.
I'm going to round it down to a 5. It wasn't that good. I'm going to keep us honest here. All right.
All right, fair enough. Four then.
Okay.
Okay. I got one for you then. Why do pilgrims' pants always fall down?
I don't know. Do I want to know? I don't know.
Well, because they wear their buckles on their hats.
Oh, that one's better than mine. 6.
Oh, all right. Between us, we have an 11.
11 out of 10. Perfect.
You know what? Enough of the nonsense. Let's get on with the nonsense. Welcome back to Withywindle, a whimsical interactive show for kids who love stories, words, and grown-worthy jokes featuring your favorite authors and illustrators. Except this week, it's part book club, part game show, and it's your weekly adventure through the wild world of wordplay. I'm David Kern.
And I'm Graham Pittman.
And this is a special Thanksgiving Minisode, mini episode, where we answer your questions about Thanksgiving-related things. It won't be as long as normal. There's no guest. There's not all the segments. We will incorporate snack time into the questions because we have questions about food because it's Thanksgiving. But anyway, we're here to talk about Thanksgiving for a little bit, to give you something to listen to while you are half asleep because of the turkey, or you're on the car on the way to a holiday gathering, or what else, Graham? What else?
Or they're not doing school.
Not doing school?
Or they're stuffing their gullet.
or they are hang gliding.
Yeah, the Thanksgiving tradition.
Into their grandparents' backyard.
Or they're watching It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. No, wait, that's Halloween. It's the Big Turkey.
But then,
wait, is there a Thanksgiving one? It's a Pilgrim, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, it's the one where they pull the football away when he's trying to kick it.
That's the one.
That's
always a
one,
good choice.
Which reminds me, I need to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so we have questions from people that we're going to talk about today. Right. We've got questions because it's a mini question palooza.
Well, if you like answers and you like Thanksgiving, then this is the episode for you.
It is the episode for you. Well, you know what? Let's get right into it. And let's talk about food. And we have one here from Sophia. And it's kind of like snack time, except that we're not eating this food right now, but we are going to talk about food.
Okay.
Sophia wants to know, Greg, what is your least favorite Thanksgiving
do I have to go
food?
first? I'm very embarrassed by this one because I know people love it so much and I don't want to let the people down. I don't like cranberry sauce.
Oh, I think a lot of people don't like cranberry sauce.
See, in my mind, it's like beloved, and I'm.
No, I would bet about half of the people listening to this show do not like cranberry sauce.
It's just strange to me. Like, I don't like cranberries. I don't like.
You like dried cranberries?
A chocolate covered.
Okay, so do you like? Okay, you don't like the cranberry sauce or the cranberry that's like just the jelly stuff that's like sliced or whatever. It's solid. It's not. It doesn't have the seeds.
I'll take it as a juice if I'm feeling sick. Other than that, I don't really want like a cold
or mixed with cheerwine and pineapple.
I don't really like a cold jelly on my turkey or something. It's just a little bit odd to me. What about you? Least favorite.
This is tough because I actually like almost all the Thanksgiving foods fairly well. So some people will do like a spinach casserole or a spinach dip, spinach and cheese and things like that. That's more of a Southern thing. I don't know if you grew up with that one up in Canada.
No.
But that's something that I see showing up at a lot of, and I don't love that. Can I say the rolls? I don't know.
No, you cannot say the rolls. What are you talking about?
Well, the rolls are because you eat bread at every meal, like a lot of meals throughout the year, right? But a lot of Thanksgiving food is particular to Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So I'll just like skip that. If I have to choose the one thing that I like the least, what I'm saying here is I like Thanksgiving food, Graham.
What if you took the roll and poured hot milk on it and put it in a bowl and made a hot bread milk jelly out of it, pudding?
Great, I'm in.
Okay, I thought so.
Okay, this question isn't in there, but it does raise this question. What's your favorite? Like, what is your favorite of the Thanksgiving?
I think it is in
foods?
there, isn't it? No?
That's not. Well, there's a favorite Thanksgiving dessert question. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But like, of all the things that are on the table, what are you most excited about? Like, Thanksgiving's next week. What are you excited to eat?
All right. Yeah. So I like stuffing.
Oh, stuffing is delicious.
Oh, dressing.
No, the dressing's a completely different thing, though.
I like stuffing then. At
least in the South.
I really like that. I love potatoes. So give them to me however you're going to make them. Mashed, baked. I guess people don't really do baked potato Thanksgiving. Although,
are you kidding? I would totally do a baked potato Thanksgiving. That's delicious.
That sounds pretty good. Or like what is it called where you like wedge them up, kind of the smaller potatoes and you
potato wedges.
Make them. Yes, but I don't mean like potato wedges. I mean like you take a small potato, cut it
like roasted potatoes.
There we go. Got that.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go with stuffing. I think it's essential, and people think it's inessential. But stuffing. What about you?
Stuffing's high up there for me. The one thing that I do really like, this will not surprise anybody, is the sweet potato casserole but the one that's really sweet, right? It's basically dessert.
Marshmallow.
It's got the brown sugar and maybe some marshmallow, maybe not, but at least the brown sugar and maybe some nuts on it or something.
Yeah, I
like
thought
that.
It was strange when I would come to your house on Thanksgiving and instead of just regular marshmallows, you would melt Peeps across the top of your yams.
How dare
because
you?
They're all yellow and their
you?
faces get all melty. It looks like a horror show. But I'll say,
how dare you?
It was pretty good.
Spreading rumors and lies. Okay, so what's your favorite Thanksgiving dessert?
I guarantee somebody has done that.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed.
for sure.
Peeps on a yam.
The phrase is just.
We
funny.
should make a website that's like terrible holiday recipe ideas. But do it straight so people think it's real. Oh, I think it would go viral. Nobody steal that idea.
Peeps on the
favorite dessert.
The name of your memoir.
Favorite dessert. It's not a question. You take the king of the
some Peeps and put them on a yam.
You take the king of the gourds and you smash it up and add some nutmeg. Got yourself a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I agree with this. But I think for some people it could be a pecan pie.
It's both. It really is both. I think they're 1A and 1B for me, and everything else is like whatever.
Well, and see, some people say apple pie, but like apple pie you can eat anytime. Pumpkin is like it's what you think of when you think of Thanksgiving and fall. Yeah. I mean, I guess apples are too, but people make apple pies in like early October for a gathering with family.
Okay,
right?
So I remember,
but you're not doing that with pumpkin pie.
I remember you making. What was it? Some kind of like checkerboard thing? Was that for Thanksgiving? Checkerboard
sounds right.
Pie, like chess pie.
Oh, like a chess pie. Yeah, like a buttermilk type pie. Yeah.
Checkerboard.
It's kind of lemony and yeah.
Was that summer or was that?
No, I do that. It's a good winter one.
Okay.
So
now I just want pie. I just want.
Okay, here's one more food question. I guess you already answered this, but stuffing, macaroni and cheese, or mashed potatoes. You can only choose one. Are you choosing stuffing?
And this is Thanksgiving you're talking about.
Yeah.
So mac and cheese, that is very regional Thanksgiving food.
Yeah.
As far as I know. I don't think the people in like Boulder, Colorado are getting Thanksgiving on there.
Well, if you live in Boulder and you have mac and cheese and Thanksgiving, gotta let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Okay, so I love stuffing, but if you took away the mashed potatoes, we're in trouble. Like that is a strange Thanksgiving.
This is tough.
I think
think of them as together.
I think of the thing that's most essential is probably the potato, but my favorite thing is the stuffing.
Yeah, that's kind of true. But I think you can eat mashed potatoes. You know, you go to a restaurant, you might get mashed potatoes with a steak or something like that. So you can eat mashed potatoes a lot.
This is true.
You could get like a shepherd's pie with mashed potatoes in them, but you don't see stuffing pretty much anytime. But then when you stuff it into a turkey, so I think I would say if I had to only choose one, I'd want the stuffing because I'm not going to have another opportunity to eat stuffing again until next Thanksgiving.
Because the stuffing police will come to your house if you try to make stuffing
Did you?
in the summer.
Right,
the
yeah, exactly.
spring.
Exactly. Did you grow up eating a turkey at Christmas too? What did you guys have at Christmas?
I think
Because some people will do both.
I think sometimes we did. My mom is probably listening to this and would tell me. I remember
yeah.
ham, but
Yeah, I remember ham too.
yeah, he was
For
a good guy.
Okay. So here's a good one. If 13 dwarves, Graham, appeared at your door demanding to be fed right as you were about to sit down for Thanksgiving dinner, what would you do?
Oh, this is a scenario I'm familiar with because it doesn't happen to me. It doesn't happen to me on Thanksgiving, but every other holiday. Just it always happens, but not Thanksgiving. So I let
you have dwarves appearing at Christmas time?
I let them in one by one, and I grumble, and they raid the pantry. And I'm always surprised. And then the wizard comes in at the end, and I sit in the corner, and then we all go on an adventure. Reluctantly, I go along. What about you?
That was your answer?
If 13 dwarves appeared at the door demanding to be fed, I think you have to feed them.
Yeah, I think you probably do. Dwarves are notoriously a little bit unhappy when hungry. Can cause problems and wield axes.
I would think grouchy when full, very ornery when hungry, and you want them just grouchy. So I would feed them, but what would you feed them? Like
cranberries. They
would want like fried fish and pork, and I might have to go down to the local butcher.
Well, remember, you're about to sit down, so you have to feed them whatever you made. Like you're about to sit down for dinner.
Yeah, you're right. So I guess I wouldn't eat, just like Bilbo, just like I said.
Yeah. Exactly. The thing about Thanksgiving dinner is you probably already have made more food than you're actually going to eat. And it's a lot of food that like will stick to your ribs, So you can probably make the dwarves satiated faster than if you had been planning to cook like salmon and asparagus.
Yeah, but I guess that's true. My feeling is, though, they would plow through all of our Thanksgiving dinner and still be hungry. And so they would take all my stuff, all my delicious food away and still be upset.
Here's what I would do. I would set all the food in front of them, and I would say, eat to your heart's content.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to step outside. I'm just going to get some air. Then I would go to wherever the pumpkin pie is, and I would find the pumpkin pie, and I would take it with me outside with some homemade whipped cream.
Nice.
And I would eat that while they're eating dinner, because inevitably when they're still hungry, they're going to eat all the pumpkin pie too.
Yeah.
And so at least I get to eat the pumpkin pie while they're eating.
So yeah, go get the pie and then go like sit in a tree somewhere.
Right. Yeah. I've always wanted to eat a pie in a tree. All right. What do you want to? Which one do you want to do?
Be
next,
arranged. Graham? We can do this sometime.
Thanksgiving, right. Maybe.
I
think we're going to see each other for Thanksgiving.
If you had to eat Thanksgiving dinner with one of the following characters, who would you pick? A. Garglehauser. B. Gollum. C. Wet Jim. Or D. Pinkle the Thief.
Okay, so not Gollum.
No.
He seems like he'd be kind of a bummer.
Well, he wouldn't like cooked meat, like it,
right?
Not raw and wriggling.
Seems like he would be a little gross. Pinkle the Thief is tough because do you really ever want to you never know what's going to be missing. Eating with a thief is always a little bit of a risky
all of these options seem bad, and I think that's why they're all options. I think it.
What about you?
I'm going with Garglehauser.
We have a relationship.
Gollum and Wet Jim, pretty much the same person.
Yeah, Gollum is just mean Wet Jim.
Pinkle's got like some political intrigue that follows him around. I don't want to get caught up in the machinations of some distant kingdom, and it's just a mess. Gargle, we know Gargle's flaws. I'm used to his smell. Let's do it.
Yeah, and he's generally he's kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
But, Okay, which of the following topics of conversation are most suited to Thanksgiving dinner? Okay, so you have to choose one of these. It has to be the topic of conversation. 1, the name of the turkey you are eating.
Oh, no.
2, the future of the children of the turkey that you are eating. 3, things turkeys are thankful for. Or 4, Football.
Okay, so it's obviously 4. Let's just take 4 away, though. What do you think? I guess 3 is also, I would go for that one. Things turkeys are thankful for.
What do you think turkeys are thankful for? Woods?
Very like axe sharpeners.
You mean so that their death is swifter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stuffing.
Things turkeys are thankful for.
Turkey feed.
Not a lot. I don't know. This wild turkey could have a nice long life. This is a sad one. Let's talk about football.
Okay, then do the genie one.
Okay, so here's a question. A terrible genie comes to you and will grant you one of these 3 wishes. Which wish are you choosing? Option A, you grow a turkey waddle on your neck. I think that's those weird red things.
Okay, so the idea is you have to choose one of these. One of these things is going to be given you.
Yes.
Okay.
Option B, you become an NFL player and play on Thanksgiving Day, but you also commit one of the worst game-losing errors in NFL history.
Oof.
In front of millions and millions of viewers. Or C, pie for shoes.
Why would this not be pie for shoes?
Well, okay.
Because then once you eat your pie,
let's talk about
no
B. Let's talk about B first.
Okay.
If you become an NFL player and like you get a contract, even if it's a one-day contract, you're going to make tens of thousands of dollars, but you're going to be infamous, maybe forever, especially if you play for like one of the bigger
and probably
teams,
sore.
Like you're on the Cowboys or the Packers or the Patriots or whatever, and you commit some blunder that people will remember for decades. I think
there's a Detroit Lions joke to be made here that I'm going to hold off on making.
I don't think you can choose B.
That's a really tough one. I mean, I guess on the other hand, that you'd get to know what it's like to experience playing in a big game, and you'd make money. Okay.
But then everywhere you go, football fans are crazy. Fans are crazy of any sport.
There's the guy that face planted right as he was going to score.
Yeah, and cost us okay, we're ruling out A, right?
The turkey waddle on your neck?
I guess.
Well, I mean,
you wore a scarf at all times, but
right. Let's talk about pie for shoes for a second. Like, what's the downside of pie for shoes?
Squishy feet at all times.
Well, can't you just eat the pie and then your feet aren't squishy anymore?
No, I think anytime you want to put shoes on, they turn into pie.
Oh, all shoes. Okay, so anything that comes in contact with your feet essentially is.
This is your whole life now.
Okay. But at least I guess you'd be able to eat it, even if it's like a never-ending supply of pie on your feet. At least
they're on your feet. I don't think you want to eat it. Although I know you like pie, so I don't know where your standards are right now. But
this is interesting. Okay, it might be turkey waddle, right? Because you could just put the scarf on.
But we're in the South. It's very hot. These are all terrible.
Yeah, it's not great. If I have to choose, I might choose pie for shoes.
I might too. But I imagine after one day, you would wish you had done the NFL one.
That's true, because once it's over, except that people are going to point and laugh.
Yeah, you can always get facial.
That might be the right one, because you're going to get laughed at and all that, but at least you got to play in the NFL, you got paid, you know what that experience was like.
Okay, we came to the right answer. And then you change your name, you get facial surgery, or you move to a different country.
Well, here's what you do. You do that, the B one, and then you just get a turkey waddle on your neck and pie for shoes, and no one will know it was you anymore.
Okay, I'm in for this.
But then you also, but then we're back where we started. Okay, let's. What's the next one we should do? Should we do the one about eating at the kids' table?
All right, let's read that one out.
Okay, did you have to eat at the kids' table when you were little? Was it next to the grown-ups' table or somewhere else?
Oh, I think ours was in a different room, like the kitchen or something, or the basement. I don't remember. Do you remember this?
The basement.
No, it wasn't in the basement.
We sometimes yes, sometimes no. It just depended on where we were and how big the crowd was and all that. But I remember they would put the kids' table either, if we were at my grandparents' house, there was one, they sometimes put one in the living room, I think, or they'd add a table to the end of the long dining room table. It just depended.
Oh, an extended table.
Yeah. I would say that I always would say that you should put the kids at the kids' table, and then all the adults should every now and then go in there and try to surprise or scare the children in some way.
Oh dear.
Yeah, every time you walk by, it should just like something weird should happen so that the kids grow up traumatized about Thanksgiving.
About Thanksgiving. Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds horrible, but I guess I don't want to come to your house at Thanksgiving.
Well, you're going to be coming to my parents' house, so at least for dessert, right?
Well, yeah, they don't do that.
That's true.
I do remember being at the kids' table, and it was I've never like encountered that feeling, as far as I remember, of like being at the kids' table and being like, oh, if only I could be at the adult table. I was always like, this is great.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe that's an oldest child thing, because like my son Coulter, he would love to always be at the adult table and listening in the conversation. What about Rowan?
I don't know. I'll have to ask him. I don't think so, because always the kids' table's not like him and a bunch of like little tiny, toddlers. It's like him and people his age. And
yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, Graham, how much money would it take for you to dress up in a giant turkey costume and walk downtown crying, "I am the Turkey King! I am the Turkey King"?
Less than you would guess.
I was going to guess $100.
Exactly. I would do it for like 10 pies.
10 pies? Okay, this can be arranged. Can somebody please mail us 10 pies so that Graham has to walk around downtown crying, "I am the Turkey King"?
Do I have to rent the costume and like put a deposit down and all of this? Or is it like somebody's providing me this costume? That's question one.
Somebody's providing the
Question
costume.
two, is it a full turkey like mask headgear, or do they see my face?
I think it's the whole thing. It's got like you got to have like tail feathers and everything. Probably some kind of shoe
but I'm anonymous.
Fake turkey.
But I'm anonymous.
Yeah, for that I think so. So.
It's $5. I'll do it for $5.
Okay, but what now? Answer the question if you're not anonymous.
Oof, $6.
$6?
No, $1,000. No, 10 pies. I'll go back to 10 pies.
And see, here's the thing.
I think I just came up with a hack.
Okay.
You do it at 2 a.m. and no one is there. Maybe somebody,
no one's the wiser.
And you go fast, and maybe you turn around and you see some lights flick on or whatever, but that's it. You're done.
And then a turkey
and you get your pie.
A giant turkey disappears around the corner.
You get your pie and go home, or you go to jail because the cop was like in the alley.
Yeah, exactly. They've been setting you up all along. They've been trying to figure out who this turkey imposter was.
All right, how many we got?
All right, let's see. Do you have a funny Thanksgiving memory or a story? We hear the Nygaards say that theirs is when one of their daughters was about 2 or 3 and saw the cooked turkey on the platter and said, "Where's the turkey's face?"
Oh no. Do you have one?
I was racking my brain, and I don't think I have one that really stands out. Just like I have lots of good memories of playing football with friends and family, and my grandparents coming to town or going there, and like I've got lots of good memories, but nothing that I would say is out of the ordinary of what a lot of people have on Thanksgiving.
I've got one from just a couple years ago. So I was also thinking like as a child, but I couldn't come up with any either. But like 3-4 years ago, we had my parents and my brother's family over, and our sink clogged like the day before.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so like our kitchen sink was out of commission, and that might sound like a minor inconvenience to the kids, but like if you're making an entire Thanksgiving dinner and you're like having to wash pans for different uses and stuff, and we're like in our tiny bathroom around the corner from the kitchen, like washing pans, and it could have been very like depressing. But it ended up being like, let's make the best out of this. And this will be a very funny memory. I think we all did pretty good.
So, you're funny you say that because a couple of years ago on Thanksgiving, my in-laws dishwasher, I believe it was the disposal broke. And so then there was a whole water line issue and their dishwasher didn't work either. So I remember we had something very similar in the last couple of years as well. And that, then you basically have to decide, are we going to fix this? How long are we going to live with this? And you kind of have to just enjoy the holiday without that letting you get stressed out. So that's always fun. Well, Graham, that brings us to the end of the questions. Anything else that we need
hold on.
to cover?
I just opened up our shared mailbox here at the bookstore.
Yeah.
We've got, it looks like a letter, not a postcard, but an actual letter from Garglehauser.
Wait, from the bookstore troll?
Yeah.
He's out on the road and he sent us something?
This is strange. It's like different format. It's like clean, and let me open it up here.
Okay.
Oh, it's typed.
An actual typewritten on a typewriter or a computer?
I can't. It looks like a computer. Let me see here.
Okay.
Dear bookstore people. Okay.
That's better than something
cordial enough.
Yeah.
I have followed the trail of oil and springs and gears and orange juice. That's strange. And
bizarre.
I have found my friend. Okay, cool.
Found your friend. Okay.
I am in Neenah, Wisconsin. Wait, we know Neenah. Have you been to Neenah?
Yeah, I've been to
Like
Neenah.
Appleton.
Yeah.
This is where they make a lot of paper, and my friend, the printer. Okay. I'm tracking with him now. All right, let me read it. Let me finish that. And my friend, the printer, is living here now.
The Word of the Week printer.
He went looking for the printer.
Oh.
Yeah, do you remember that printer from season 1 that we gave thought and legs and feelings to, and we wandered away?
Do I remember? Yes, I remember that printer. Yes.
Oh, we would put orange juice in him by accident. Sometimes I would do that instead of oil.
That explains it. Okay.
The printer is very happy in Neenah, eating as much paper as possible. Oh, and that's why it's printed out. The printer printed his note.
Printer helped him out.
The printer loves it in Neenah. I will stay here for a little bit with him, and then we will both come back together. The printer wants to visit the bookstore again. Okay, cool.
Well, okay, we'll welcome him back with open arms.
So long, suckers. Oh, wait, why did you have to end like that?
I don't know. He's a bookstore troll. What are you going to do?
And then it looks like instead of signing it, he just kind of smeared, maybe blew his nose at the bottom. Gross.
But, well, that's better than an alternative. That seems pretty nice for Garglehauser.
Oh, my word. Okay, so interesting.
I kind of miss him being around, I got to admit.
So he wandered all over the world looking for his friend, the printer, found him in Wisconsin, and then they're coming back together. So maybe next season we'll get our printer back.
It would make it a lot easier than just like having to wait in the mail for the words of the week.
I actually don't think it would be any easier, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, true. Well, some new problem's going to be raising up against us next season.
Right around the corner, yeah.
Graham, we've got one more episode left in this season 4 of Withywindle. It's with Andrew Peterson and producer Chris of the new Wingfeather TV show that's coming out. And that episode, we're gonna take a break next week, and then the next week after that, we're gonna have that special episode dropping right around the time of that show coming out. So we are so thankful this Thanksgiving for all the families who have listened, who have sent us answers to riddles or sent us pictures, illustrations, paintings, whatever it is, who've just emailed, who've left comments, who've told friends, who've listened on car rides. We're thankful for all of you so much. So I just wanted to say that. Graham, would you like to say anything?
I would like to say that I just got an email from Ransom and Calvin, and they have one final question they would like us to answer.
Oh, amazing. That's the timing.
They ask, what is your opinion of cranberry relish?
Cranberry relish, is that what it's called?
Is that cranberry sauce? Because I told you I would talk about cranberry sauce and somebody would get upset. The episode didn't even go out yet. And somebody's saying.
So I happen to know that Ransom and Calvin's mom makes a very delicious cranberry sauce that involves oranges.
I knew it.
So I'm just going to point that out. So shout out to Rebecca for that.
Ransom, Calvin, I love cranberry sauce. It's my favorite, just like you.
Well, how do you know that they were saying that they like it? They might have been saying,
I have a
we don't like it.
suspicion.
They might need corroboration on their distaste for it.
Okay. If you guys like it, I also like it. If you do not, then ugh.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone who's been listening. Thanks for listening to this mini episode of Withywindle. We, as I said, we are very thankful to everybody. Your reviews, your comments, your spreading the word helps make this show possible. So keep it up, keep listening, keep sending your emails in and your drawings and all that. And we'll be back with one more episode here on season 4, and then we'll be back with season 5 later in the spring. So, Graham, thanks for getting together and answering some questions.
Yeah, thanks for getting together and asking some questions.
See you on Thanksgiving.
Goodbye.